Did you see the look on Patrick Mahomes' face when the news dropped? Not during a game, not after a touchdown, not even after a playoff loss. No. This moment happened when a headline started spreading across the sports world like wildfire. Because suddenly, everywhere Mahomes looked, the same name kept showing up, Shedeur Sanders. And the reason? A massive global partnership deal that had analysts, fans, and even veteran athletes stopping mid-sentence to process what they were hearing. But here's where things get uncomfortable. Just weeks earlier, Patrick Mahomes had publicly questioned the hype around Shedeur Sanders, and now the internet has the receipts. Because in today's sports world, comments don't disappear. They wait. And when the timing is right, they come back louder than ever, and that's exactly what just happened. But to understand why everyone is suddenly replaying Mahomes' words, we need to go back to the exact moment that started this entire situation. Because at the time, it sounded like a normal football opinion. Now, it sounds very different. The moment happened during a routine media session. Nothing dramatic. Just reporters asking questions about the future of the quarterback position in the NFL, young talent entering the league, the next generation of stars, typical stuff. Then someone brought up Shedeur Sanders. And that's when Mahomes gave an answer that sounded polite, but carried a very clear message underneath it. He started talking about how the NFL works, how plenty of players enter the league with hype, big names, huge expectations, but the league eventually sorts all that out. According to Mahomes, respect in the NFL doesn't come from headlines. It comes from results. And while he didn't say Shedeur Sanders' name in the sharpest part of the comment, everyone in the room knew exactly who he was talking about. Mahomes basically suggested that young quarterbacks should focus on proving themselves on the field before the business and branding side starts running ahead of the football. On the surface, that sounds reasonable. Veteran players have said similar things for years, but the moment that comment hit the internet, fans started reading between the lines. Because Shedeur Sanders wasn't just another rookie with a famous last name, he had already shown flashes of serious talent. And more importantly, he had built one of the biggest personal brands in college football before even stepping onto an NFL field. That combination made some veterans uncomfortable. And whether Mahomes intended it or not, his words sounded like a warning shot. But at the time, the clip didn't explode. It didn't cause a huge controversy. Instead, the internet did something much more dangerous. It saved it, clipped it, archived it, and quietly waited. Because sports fans know one thing better than anyone else. Timing is everything, and eventually, the perfect moment arrived. Fast forward to the day the headlines dropped. Suddenly, reports started circulating about a massive international partnership connected to Shedeur Sanders. And we're not talking about a typical athlete endorsement, not a shoe deal, not a sports drink commercial. This was something much bigger. According to reports, Shedeur Sanders had secured a major partnership connected to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. For those who don't follow the global sports business world closely, that name might not sound familiar, but it should. Because the public investment fund has been reshaping the sports industry for years. They shook the golf world with LIV Golf. They invested heavily in European soccer. They've been expanding their influence across international sports markets at a pace that has traditional leagues paying very close attention. And now, they were stepping into American football conversations, with Shedeur Sanders as a centerpiece. That alone was enough to turn heads. But then the financial estimates started circulating. And suddenly, people realized this wasn't just another endorsement. This was a strategic partnership, a business relationship that positioned Sanders as more than just a player. It positioned him as a global sports asset. And when those headlines started trending, something interesting happened online. The old Mahomes clip resurfaced, immediately, because the internet never forgets. And suddenly, fans started connecting the dots. The reposted clip spread across social media faster than anyone expected. Sports pages, fan accounts, podcasts, debate shows. Everywhere you looked, people were sharing the same video. Mahomes talking about young quarterbacks needing to prove themselves first. Right next to headlines about Shedeur Sanders securing one of the most surprising business partnerships in modern football, and the tone had completely changed. When that clip first aired, people treated it like normal competitive talk, a vet.